Welcome to Doctorspective. Today we're presenting the silent vitamin deficiency that's damaging your heart after 40. I'm super excited to guide you through this explainer. We're unpacking some truly eye-opening material that details a hidden health mystery affecting millions of us, especially if you're over the age of 40. It's a silent deficiency that you might literally have right now without even realizing it. Let me ask you this. Have you been feeling constantly tired lately? Maybe you're dealing with muscle weakness or experiencing unexplained body aches. Honestly, these symptoms might just seem like a normal part of aging. You brush it off thinking, well, I'm just getting older, right? But here's the thing. They could actually be loud warning signs of something so many people completely overlook. We're talking about vitamin D deficiency. Now, often called the sunshine vitamin, it sounds kind of simple, maybe just a nice bonus for your bones. But actually, vitamin D is a hormone. And as the Doctorspective source material highlights, it is absolutely essential not only for strong bones, but it's a complex driver for healthy muscles, your immune function, and crucially, your cardiovascular and overall well-being. In today's explainer, Doctorspective breaks down exactly how this works. Here is our roadmap. We'll cover 1, the silent sunshine problem, 2, why risk increases after 40, 3, 7 hidden warning signs, 4, natural sources and solutions, and finally, 5, testing and safe supplementation. By the end of this, you'll understand how recognizing these signs early can help you protect your long-term health. So stay with Doctorspective until the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more evidence-based health explainers every week. Okay, let's jump right into section 1, the silent sunshine problem, a widespread issue. So behind the scenes, vitamin D is doing some serious heavy lifting for your body. It actively helps you absorb calcium to keep your physical foundation strong. It supports healthy muscle function, it steps up to strengthen your immune system to fight off invaders, and, like we mentioned, it plays a massive role in aiding your heart health. It's basically a multitasking powerhouse. But here is the crazy part. Millions of adults around the world are walking around right now with dangerously low levels, and they have absolutely no idea. Why? Well, because the symptoms are incredibly subtle. It's a silent epidemic that is just way too easy to brush off until it causes a much bigger issue down the road. Moving on to section 2, why risk increases after 40, age and lifestyle factors. The source material breaks down what is essentially a perfect storm of biological and lifestyle changes. You see, as we get older, our skin's efficiency at producing vitamin D from sunlight simply drops. Combine that biological reality with modern life, spending way more time indoors, routinely slathering on sunscreen, alongside other factors like darker skin tones or carrying extra weight, and your risk suddenly skyrockets. And here is where it gets really serious for our long-term health. The research notes that, while low levels aren't necessarily proven to directly cause heart disease, they are closely associated with a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular problems. It's a powerful link that researchers are actively exploring, and honestly, a major reason we need to be paying close attention. Which brings us to section 3, hidden warning signs, what to look for. Warning sign number 1, constant tiredness. Look, if you're getting a perfectly good night's sleep, but you still wake up feeling completely exhausted every single day, low vitamin D might actually be the culprit. Obviously, fatigue has a ton of causes, but it's a huge primary indicator that your body's engine is just missing its necessary fuel. Sign number 2 is actual muscle weakness. It's easy to confuse this, right? Normal aging might involve some occasional fatigue. But because vitamin D is so crucial for muscle function, a true deficiency looks more like suddenly having difficulty climbing a flight of stairs or noticing a sharp drop in your grip strength. It's not just getting old, it's a literal lack of support for your muscles. Moving on to sign number 3, persistent bone pain. Now, we aren't talking about being sore after hitting the gym. We're talking about unexplained, ongoing, deep aches in your back, your hips, your legs, or your ribs. This pain can be directly tied to the poor bone health caused by a long-term deficiency. Sign number 4 is frequent illnesses. Remember earlier when we talked about how vitamin D strengthens your immunity? Well, if you feel like you're catching every single cold that goes around, your immune system might literally be starving for the sunshine vitamin. Sign 5 is actually pretty fascinating. Slow wound healing. Studies suggest vitamin D supports the body's normal tissue repair process. So if you get a minor scrape or a tiny cut and it seems to just linger forever, it might mean your body's internal healing mechanism is stalled out because it doesn't have enough vitamin D to get the job done. Sign number 6 deals with mood changes and a persistently low mood. It turns out this vitamin deeply impacts your emotional state too. Multiple studies have found an association between low levels and symptoms of depression. Doctorspective makes sure to clarify that a deficiency isn't the sole cause of depression, but it is undeniably a contributing factor to how you feel emotionally from day to day. And finally, warning sign number 7, hair thinning. Hair loss happens for all sorts of reasons: genetics, stress, hormonal shifts, you name it. But nutritional deficiencies play a massive role here. For some people, unexpected hair loss is directly linked to low vitamin D, so it's absolutely something worth evaluating with your doctor.
All right, let's pivot to section 4, natural sources and solutions, boosting your levels. The good news is your very first line of defense is right outside your front door. Safe, short-term exposure to sunlight helps your body naturally produce vitamin D. Now, the operative words here are safe and short-term. That depends entirely on your specific skin type and your local weather. But honestly, just a little bit of strategic sun exposure can work absolute wonders.
You can also easily tackle this in the kitchen with some great natural food sources. Try adding seafood like fatty salmon or sardines to your weekly meals. You can look for fortified foods like fortified milk and cereals at the grocery store. And hey, don't forget simple, delicious additions like egg yolks.
And that brings us to section 5, testing and safe supplementation. Safe next steps.
If you were listening to those 7 warning signs and thought, uh-oh, that sounds exactly like me, please do not just guess your levels. Follow these 3 specific steps instead. Step 1, talk to your healthcare provider. Step 2, get a proper blood test to confirm where your levels are actually at. And step 3, rely on your doctor to receive safe dosage advice on whether a supplement is right for you. I really want to emphasize a strict warning straight from the Doctorspective source material here. Please avoid taking high-dose supplements without medical advice. Taking excessive amounts of vitamin D unprescribed can actually be incredibly harmful to your body. When it comes to hormones, more is definitely not always better. You're aiming for the right, supervised amount. The best takeaway here is that a vitamin D deficiency can almost always be identified and successfully treated. So I'll leave you with this thought. Could the sunshine vitamin be the missing piece to your daily energy? Paying attention to these subtle, persistent symptoms might just be the most important step you take to protect your long-term heart health. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep listening to what your body is telling you, and we'll see you next time.